Hey, happy Wednesday, North Central Bibleland team. Decided to have a little bit of fun and mix it up and actually film a few videos here and there. Who knows, this might be a regular occurrence anytime there's just new info that needs to get out. And we might just do this type of thing. I do want to thank everybody who came to the training on Sunday, one of the two trainings we had. I know a lot of people are still out of town and doing some last minute vacations and things like that, so totally cool there, I get it. But again, we learned a lot of great info. I'm going to film 3 quick videos. I'm going to provide the links in an email. They'll be hosted on a YouTube site that you're welcome to visit. So for the first video, we're going to talk through new items, things that you might want to be aware of that are happening in Bibleland coming up soon. Then we're going to go into some reminders, just some good ideas that we always strive and aspire to have as we teach these kids in Bibleland, and as we sort of as we do our things we do in Bibleland, I guess. As you can see, this is not a scripted video. So anyways, and then the third video will be talking more specifically about the Unshakable Hope curriculum that we're going to be launching into. That starts on September 10th. So first, we're going to go into some new items, just some things. This might delve a little bit into the reminders area as well, but just bear with me and let's just run through these things real quick. So first, I just want to thank everybody last year who actually did check in at the kiosks. As many of you may have known, especially if you're a parent, we have a sort of new look to Bibleland check-in. It's the same concept as before. You type in the last 4 digits of your number and some stickers come out for the kids, one for them, one for the teacher, one for parents to use as pickup later. If you are a volunteer, you will notice if you do that starting now, you will also get a sticker that has your name on it, and I welcome you using that as your own name tag as if you want. I know that some of you do have Bibleland lanyards, and I'm happy to make some more of those if you need it. Thank you for wearing those. But this is just another thing you can do as well, and this is just a good way for us just to all across the campuses to see kind of where we stand with our volunteers and to make sure we have what we really need in terms of how many are serving every week and things like that. All right, so if you remember last year, we got some new Bibleland shirts. We had some polos made, and we also had some of the kind of aqua Bibleland blue colored dry fit Bibleland shirts. If you need one of those, please talk to me. If we still have sizes available, I will get one to you, and as we run out of them, then I'm happy to order a few more as needed. We have a lot of new people on the team, so please talk to me about getting your shirts. So here's what I would love us to consider. In the past, we've been willing to say, hey, maybe in the name of just some team unity and some more visibility on the campus for folks to see who's working in Bibleland, and maybe just to let them see kind of, hey, cool, fun things going on back there with those folks. We ask that you would consider wearing them on the first Sunday of the month if you were serving. So what I've decided to do, just to maybe spread out a little bit of the visibility, is just say, wear them as often as you like. Maybe commit, though, personally to wear them at least one Sunday a month. I really don't care what Sunday you choose. So I know for me, even though this is easy for me to say since I'm on staff and this is my job, I tend to wear them more often than not. But I know some of you guys love the idea of getting an excuse to wear a t-shirt on Sunday. But you know, if you don't wear them, or if you forget to wear them, don't worry, you're not fired or anything like that. But I just think it's fun to just see who's on the team, and as people walk in, it's just neat to see those shirts peppered throughout the worship center as you attend worship yourselves and stuff like that. So please try to do that. We also continue to encourage the whole attend one, serve one. In a moment, I'm going to tell you about how hopefully that gets a little bit easier than it has been in the past with some of our new worship service schedule and structure. But we'll get there in a second. Also, I want to introduce everybody, even though I don't have a picture. If I had a picture, I could hold up and say, hey, look. But that's just a white sheet of paper. But Becky Hicks, who's been a part of our congregation for some time and has a lot of children's ministry experience, is going to join the team as one of our coordinators, probably helping mostly at 9:30 at that service, but you may see her at the 11 o'clock at times as well. She's going to be available to walk around back in Bibleland, make sure that we have enough supplies, make sure that we have enough people in each classroom. If you're there and you're feeling like you're getting overwhelmed, she's someone to talk to and say, hey, can we go find maybe another teenager to help? Let's talk to some parents, stuff like that. Or maybe she herself will be able to jump in. And we're grateful for Becky. I think you're going to enjoy her. She's really cool Really cool. All right, so the last thing I'm going to talk about in this first video is about the new schedule. So if you've been at church the past few weeks, and some of you maybe you've even been on some kind of brainstorming conversations over the past several months, we have decided that we will be changing our schedule to a 9:30 early service and an 11 o'clock late service. Both services, though, are going to be shorter. In the past, our services tended to go 70, 75 minutes, and then really, if we had a lot of extra stuff, baptism, maybe a special video to watch or special announcements, sometimes those could stretch to almost 80 minutes. That's a long time to be in the service for many of us, and many guests and first-timers who are not used to even being in a church building at all, or maybe they came from a more traditional context where services are 55 minutes, 60 minutes tops, and then here we are here. So we are looking for ways to make it more welcoming here for our new people, and we think that's maybe one way just to tighten up. So the services now will be about 60 to 65 minutes. What does that mean for Bibleland? Well, couple of things. Number one, it'll hopefully will encourage more people. And we realize for some families and some people, this is still not gonna work with your rhythms. But hopefully, this will help make it easier for you guys who do choose the whole worship one, attend one sort of philosophy for yourselves on a Sunday morning. We love it when people serve, and we love it when they're in the worship center being fed, and they're singing, and they're giving, and they're hearing the word proclaimed, really for themselves even often. And so we think that this is a great way, hopefully, with these shorter services, and the first one even starting a little bit later, the second one ending earlier, as you'll see, to say, hey, it's easier for the rhythm of our family to say, let's go to a service together and then let's serve somewhere. If you have kids in Bibleland at that time, it's up to you, but you're welcome to have them in Bibleland twice if that works for you, or you can take them to the service and then they can go to Bibleland the other service. That's up to you guys. But what does that mean for Bibleland? Well, it also means that because the service is shorter, we're going to end, because we want to be welcoming for a lot of our new families, that we're going to open up all of our Bibleland rooms now for the entire service. Okay, so in the past it's been for 4s and up. We say go to the service, you're going to spend 20, 25, 30 minutes in the worship service, sing some songs, do prayer and communion time, and then come back, and we still have, say, 50 minutes of Bibleland, something like that, 45 minutes of Bibleland. But then the younger kids, they could go back the whole time. And so our younger workers were actually serving a whole lot longer than even our older teachers were. And well, we love you younger workers, so hopefully this will make it a little bit easier where you're not here quite as long as you were in the past, but also maybe you feel like, hey, we're all even now and we can all work together. But we're still going to give families the option, if they want, to stay in the worship center. We're going to structure our classes really not a whole lot different than we do now, where we will say as kids come into class, we'll do some sort of self-led activities, some icebreakers, some games. Maybe you can do some prayer requests or some weekly checkup type of stuff, whatever it is, color sheets. Some of our rooms even have, our younger rooms especially have some things that they can do. They can play a little bit and stuff like that. So we're going to structure it there and try to time it where once everyone who does choose to stay in the worship center comes back, they're coming back more like 10 to 15 minutes into the service as opposed to 25 to 30 minutes into the service. So you're still going to have about 45 minutes of pretty focused Bibleland time for large group, for songs, for the story, to do any other games and activities that help sort of reinforce the lesson for the day. So we feel like this will work if a family still chooses to stay in the worship center, or if a family shows up and says, you know what, I think we really want our kids to go back there. That'd be great. And who knows, families will probably bounce around. Maybe some of our new families even see some of the families that choose to have their kids in there, and they decide to add that to their life in the rhythm of their family worship, as opposed to maybe feeling like their hand was forced or something like that. I know there are some families even that don't show up until Bibleland starts because they just say, it's just not working for our family right now. So we're going to respect that. So that means for our own personal schedules, that I do ask that the rooms are ready. This is actually really more of like a Rich request. So I'm going to act like I'm speaking Rich through me to camera to you. And he really would love to see our rooms ready to go about 15 minutes before the services for anybody who shows up early. So if you could do your very best to be here by 9:15, for the early service, or in your room by 10:45 for the second service. That would really be our best thing to do. If that's hard for you, if you're like, well, I still want to teach, but I can't guarantee I can be there by 9:30 by 9:15 or by 10:45, please come talk to me. We probably have enough people around that we can sort of make sure your room is covered until you arrive. I do ask, though, that you make your very best effort, no matter what, to be here by the time the actual service starts. So don't see that as an excuse to show up late necessarily. This is only applying for those who are our awesome teachers who say, for whatever reason, on a certain Sunday I cannot be there as early as requested, and we'll just work with you and figure that out. But please let me know if that will be you, okay? All right, so that's it for this first section. I'm going to hit pause or stop right now. Be looking for another video here soon, another link that talks about some of the reminders for you guys. Thanks.